We've got some headers from Kooks, a shifter from MGW, a Mcleod clutch, and a QA1 driveshaft, carbon fiber QA1 driveshaft. So
let's head on down to Lujan Motorsports, get these parts installed, and fire that Whipple up, baby. Let's do it. Woo! Simple as that, guys. And that's how we're gonna flash a 2024 Mustang GT with the all-new Gen 6 3-liter Whipple Supercharger kit. Let's fire it up and hear how it sounds.
What's going on, Team Lethal fans? It's Joe here and Jared with Lethal Performance. We've got all the pieces here, at least all the ones that we're going to be adding today onto our Mustang GT, our 2024 Mustang GT that had just gotten the Whipple Supercharger installed on it. These are all going to help basically support that power that we're going to be putting down now on the street and hopefully here soon enough on the strip. Jared?
I can't wait, man. I'm very excited. We got some awesome components here looking to put on the car, not only to help support the power that the car is going to make with the Whipple, but also help us make some more power.
All right, Jared, let's go ahead and kick it off with the clutch.
We've got the all-new Mcleod RXT Clutch right here. It's rated at 1,000 horsepower. These clutches we've been actually using for many years in several of our cars. All of our manual cars ran that RXT. Great clutch, designed to support the horsepower that you're looking to make. Now, our factory clutch in the 24 Mustang, as well as other vehicles, aren't basically designed to handle the power of a big Whipple Supercharger, so that's why you put a clutch in like this. Now, what I'd like to note about this new clutch from Mcleod is that the 24 Mustang flywheel setup is different than the 18 to 23. So this is specifically made for the 24 Mustang GT. It's actually the ring gear on the flywheel that differs, so you cannot use an 18 to 23 clutch assembly in a 24 Mustang if you want it to function properly. We don't want to go to the track with a factory clutch, you know, start seeing it slip and then start being like, hey, what are we doing there? So that's why we're going to install this right off the bat while we're doing the Whipple Supercharger so that this will support that power when we get to the track. All right, Joe, so we got this MGW X-Spec Shifter over here. What's this for?
So, like you said previously, this is their X-Spec Shifter. This is going to help smoothen out all of that gear shifting that you're going to be doing going down the drag strip here. It's got a full bill of construction here, as you can see, a super nice anodized finish to it. So overall, this is going to help strengthen up the entire shift assembly, the entire transmission assembly, and it's going to make your shifts a lot quicker, a lot smoother. It has over a 25% shift throw reduction, so that's going to help you even make those shifts quicker, and it pairs super nicely with the Mcleod clutch that we're going to be throwing in, making for hopefully a really easy 10-second car here.
I really hope so. Yeah, I hope so for sure. George makes some awesome shifters. We used them before, and they pair very well, like you said, with that Mcleod RXT. We actually sell a combo on our website here for all the GT500 guys with the manual transmissions with the RXT and MGW shifter, and I'll tell you what, it's a great combo. Now, this shifter, again, is gonna like basically clean up that slop from the factory shifter assembly. That factory shifter in the MT82, although it feels pretty smooth, it's still kind of sloppy. This is a much more precise shifter, gonna make things a lot easier, shorter throws to those gears, and hopefully make it easier for me to get down the track.
Yeah, especially if you guys are having any issue where you seem to be missing gears. This here really takes a lot of the math out of the equation and a lot of the skill out of the equation. It's almost kind of like a little bit of a driver mod, simply because it's a lot shorter throw, and to boot, it makes those notches really easy to get when you're shifting gears.
MG dubs, baby. What a great shifter.
Yep. Jared, why don't you tell me a little bit about these fancy pipes at the end of our table here?
For one, they're made by Kooks. Kooks, a great partner of Lethal Performance. Those guys are awesome. Actually, in fact, I was using Kooks headers on my first Mustang ever, my 03 Cobra, using a set of headers from those guys, and our partnership has grown over the years. Great people to deal with, and they make awesome products. So right here are the Kooks headers for the 24 and up Mustang GT. Just like that clutch from Mcleod, where it differs slightly from the 18 to 23. In fact, the 24 Mustang GT differs as well when using headers. The bolt pattern on the head is slightly different. So Kooks had to go redo the flanges for the correct bolt pattern, and here we have it. These are the 1 7/8 inch by 3 inch collector T304 stainless steel headers from Kooks. They're offered with several different options as far as a mid-pipe goes. They offer the headers with green cats as well as an off-road connection for you guys running race-only applications. Kooks Headers is a top shelf brand, guys. When you look at buying headers, these are the top of the line, highest quality headers out there. So that's why we're gonna run them on our 24 Mustang GT. as well as great guys to deal with. It's like the favorite part of the video for me right here. I'm about to hand Joe the shaft. Joe, what do we got here?
Getting shafted.
That's right.
This is QA1's Rev Series drive shaft here, all carbon fiber, all made here in the United States. What they've got here is a piece that's rated for right around 1,500 horsepower and just north of 1,000 wheel torque. But this thing is going to be the crown piece of the puzzle here. It's going to help reduce NVH in the driveline. It's going to help with our launches. Definitely going to help with the life of the transmission, which a lot of you MT80 guys know that this is going to be a piece that we're going to need to help extend the life of that transmission, help the life of the rear end. It's going to overall just make the drivetrain all interconnected and all so much better, especially on the drag strip and when we put some nice sticky tires on it.
Definitely. Now QA1 offers their drive shafts, the carbon fiber ones, with an SFI rating as well as one without SFI rating. I'll tell you what, over the years I've used a lot of aluminum drive shafts until I went to carbon fiber, and I realized that carbon fiber always worked out better for me. There was, as like you mentioned, less NVH. They're stronger as well, so holding up at the track is something we don't need to really worry about with the QA1 setup, so that's why we're putting one on our 24 Mustang.
QA1's drive shaft comes equipped with Spicer's 1350 U-joints, which are going to help obviously keep all that power and hold everything together.
And also, the other reason why we're installing this QA1 is to get rid of that two-piece real heavy drive shaft on there. Like Joe mentioned, it's lighter, it's stronger, less NVH, so that's why we're putting one on the car.
So the QA1 drive shaft is actually a direct replacement for the OEM drive shaft, and they actually even made no changes from the 18 and up cars to the 24, so it's going to require no modification, and this is the same exact drive shaft that you're going to be seeing and that was already well tested in the 18 to 23 cars.
And it's great, you know, obviously we're looking at these parts here, like Joe mentioned, some of them are crossovers from the S550 and two of them are not, so really interesting to see the changes that Ford made and the changes that the manufacturers had to make for those changes as well. So here we go. Let's head on down to Lujan Motorsports, get these parts installed, and fire that Whipple up, baby. Let's do it. Woo! A little shifting here.
Oh, yeah.
But no, yeah, without 700 wheel horsepower.
Yeah, the car's not shaking around you.
Exactly, nice here.
What are your feet doing? Your feet aren't...
I don't even know. I see, I can't even figure it out. I can't drive on the ground. How am I going to drive in the car? All right, guys, we're back down at Lujan Motorsports, moving along with our 2024 Mustang GT Whipple build. Willie has the exhaust out. As you can see, we got the transmission out as well. He's been doing some work. So we're getting ready to install the Mcleod RXT Clutch on the transmission as well as the MGW shifter. We're also going to be doing the QA1 Carbon Fiber Driveshaft as well as the Kooks header. So let's take a look, Joe. All this stuff actually looks pretty good shape. I mean, this car only has, I don't know, maybe a few thousand miles at most. So we've got the transmission right here. This is the MT82 transmission in the 2024 Mustang GT, differs from the 18 to 23 model. Right now, the only upgrade we've got going on it is going to be that Mcleod RXT Clutch. So we'll see how it holds up. Typically in the past, we've actually had pretty good luck with the MT82s. We've beaten the snot out of them. I mean, power shifting those things. We've never had one fail on us, but it's known to lose that fourth gear. So we'll see how it goes once it's all put together and I take it down the track. Like I mentioned before, the clutch on the 2024 Mustang GT is different than the 18 to 23. So Mcleod built the new clutch for us. It's got a different ring gear on it. We've got the drive shaft out. Shifter's off the transmission already, and Willie's working away getting ready to install the headers, which will be done first. Guy knows what he's doing. Dedicated flywheel setup. All right, guys, the Supercharger is installed, ready to go. All we need now is a calibration. How are we gonna get that calibration? With this device right here, the Tomahawk V2 version. What we're gonna do is turn the car accessory power on. We're gonna plug this end into the OBD2 port right under the dash here on the left-hand side. That's plugged in. The device is firing up. So we're gonna see the option here, request cal file. We're gonna hit enter. What it's gonna do is ping the PCM and download the REQ file. That file is not actually your factory calibration. It's just a file that tells Whipple your VIN number and the specs of the vehicle. Now that the REQ file has been downloaded and saved onto the SD card, what we're gonna do is shut the vehicle off. We're gonna unplug the device. And then we're gonna pull out the SD card that's right here, plug it into our computer. We're gonna go to whipplesuperchargers.com and go to the section where it says request cal file and email over that REQ file to them. Once they're done building the calibration, they're gonna email it back to us. Once you receive the calibration back from Whipple Supercharged, you're gonna download it from your desktop onto the SD card like this, plug it back into the Tomahawk device. What we're gonna do is turn the accessory power back on the vehicle. Just like I did before, plugging the OBD2 port in under the dash. And then we're gonna follow the prompts on the Whipple Tomahawk flash tool to actually flash the vehicle with the Whipple calibration. Simple as that, guys, and that's how we're gonna flash a 2024 Mustang GT with the all-new Gen 6 3-liter Whipple Supercharger kit. Let's do it.
24 hours later.
Well, guys, back in Lujan Motorsports, Willie the Wizard, man, put it together. Look at this. The big Whipple is on top of our 2024 Mustang GT engine. It's sick. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, Willie did a phenomenal job. That's why I call him Willie the Wizard. He banged the Supercharger kit out in one day. The next day, clutch, driveshaft, headers, shifter, the whole nine. This thing is ready to go. We've got it all tuned up, flashed with a Tomahawk device. Sounds insane. I can't wait for you guys to hear this thing. Unfortunately, it's been raining out in South Florida, so we really can't go out and do a bunch of rips or anything like that today. We also have a brand new clutch in there from Mcleod, so that's got to be broken in, but very excited for you guys. I'm excited. I can't wait to get behind this thing and tear on it. All right, so I'm gonna prove to you guys this is not a Photoshop. It's not fake or anything like that. This is not AI. This is the real deal. Whipple Superchargers, Lethal Performance, Lujan, and all of our other awesome partners. Let's fire it up and hear how it sounds. Joe, you okay, man? You sure? How are your ears?
Not good.
That was, even in normal mode, this thing sounds insane. Those Kooks headers, 1 7/8 inch. We've got a Corsa double HH pipe, and then we've got the factory active exhaust on here. Honestly, in track mode, sounds ridiculous. Joe's still trying to figure out what's going on. I hope you guys like how it sounds, but take a look at this right here. Gen 6 rotors from Whipple Superchargers. Such a beautiful kit. This guy did a phenomenal job. Big shout out to Dustin. Powder coated to match our grabber blue metallic car. We've got the big 112mm throttle body on here. Factory air boxes, high flow Whipple filters, Whipple calibration, guys. It's all coming together, man, and we did it all at once. Willie the Wizard, man, put this thing together, waved his little magic wand. You guys got to see this guy work. It's unbelievable, man. Even Joe over here was in awe, like, just, how's he do it? One-man show, does an amazing job. Seriously, this is like my family right here. I'm so happy to be down here, get this car together for you guys. Now it's time to like break it in, get it on the dyno, get some numbers for you guys, and eventually take it to the track. I'm a little nervous about that one, but I'll get it down, guys. I'll get it down. I promise you, all right? So stay tuned. Definitely we got rips coming to you, dyno numbers, track, the whole deal. From ear to ear, I'm so excited, guys. Stay tuned for more content with our Mustang GT Build, Whipple Supercharged. Mustang King, you know the deal. Willie Lujan in the house, and the fam. We're out of here. I'll tell you what, we're gonna reel the tape back though. When you were talking about the transmission, you said MT80.
A lot of you MT80 guys, MT80.
You didn't
Yeah,
say
I
MT80
did,
too?
yeah.
Oh, bro.
I heard it.
MT80, so you gotta put this in as a bloop, bro.
Yeah.
Because I didn't say anything to you, which you usually say to me, but maybe we could put like a 2 in after you said that, like kind of put a 2 in, but yeah, MT80.
All right.
M80s.
Yeah, MT80s. Well, I mean, MT80s. It's like, everybody knows.
MT80. Yeah, we just missed a digit.
You know
by
what I
two.
mean. You know what I mean.
We got you.
Whatever.
Always a good time filming with you, Joe.
Yeah.
The average Joe, Mustang King, doing it. Early morning, man. Here we are, just getting ready to go down to Willie's place. We're just winging it for you guys. We're having a good time, though. Hope you guys are enjoying this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Listen, the Whipple itself is going to be a ton of fun, you know what I mean? Like, just the content behind that.
It looks so good on the car, man. I just can't wait to fire it up.
Yep.
Flash it today, get the thing fired up. I know Willie's ready for us, so
That's gonna be
we'll head
crazy.
on down after this. We're going to pack this stuff up, head on down to Miami, get them installed, and then, man, we'll be the first actual, like, customer production car deal with the Whipple on it, you know?